a big update coming in from the national capital. Take a look at these visuals coming in from Delhi's Jantar Mantar area. The protest site, which had been occupied over the last several days, is now being cleared. Workers can be seen removing barricades, tents, banners and other material left behind by the protesters. And the clearance started after the Cockroach Janata Party, remember, yesterday evening called off the protest after their discussion with the central government, and most importantly after the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. The area, as you can see in the visuals, is now being restored to normal. We are learning that the area in and around Jantar Mantar, that is being cleared at this point in time. Workers can be seen removing the barricades, the tents, banners and other material left behind. At this point in time, we are learning that the police deployment continues. There are barricades that have been put in and around that area, but banners, the tents that were put out by the CGP protesters, they are being removed. And this after the Cockroach Janata Party made it quite clear that they have called off the protest after their discussion with the central government yesterday, and most importantly after the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. The area that you can see on the screen is from the national capital. That is being restored to normal. Have a look at this ground report.
Now, after 37 days, the Jantar Mantar protest site has been completely cleared up. The site, which had become the epicenter of the most, in fact, engaging political activity, most engaging resistance that has taken place, at least in the last 12 years, resulting in the resignation of a cabinet minister, has finally come to a culmination. Behind me, you'll be able to see the entry point wherein all protesters would make a beeline. Here as well, the police deployment has been reduced. On your screens right now, a huge stage was earlier erected that has been taken down too. All the banners as well as tents that were made up for, in fact, the different student body groups have also since been removed. We're seeing no matches, no mats anymore, so there is not going to be any more camping by the protesters since the demands have been met. In fact, we're seeing pressure washing also being done of the entire route, because there were people, as I said, living here as well, and this area is now being made clean and afresh for other dissenters, for other protesters to raise their issue. With video journalist Harendra Chaudhary, this is Kritika Tiwari for Times Now.
And now let's listen in to activist Sonam Wangchuk, who, remember, was on a hunger strike for close to a month. He has called for reforms in the field of education, and this after the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. Listen in to what he said.
There has been accountability. Now it's time for reforms in the field of education so that we have a robust system that makes us a great nation.
And now the focus shifts to the Parliament of India. Government is all set to introduce a bill in the Lok Sabha tomorrow to provide stricter punishment to those involved in the paper leaks in the coming future. The bill seeks to ensure speedy punishment for offenders, along with tougher jail term and higher fines for individuals found guilty of the paper leak. So that is the latest we are learning as far as the decision by the central government is concerned. Sabyasachi is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Sabyasachi, a showdown in the Parliament is expected tomorrow, but most importantly, the government is all set to introduce a bill in the Lok Sabha as far as the anti-paper leak bill is concerned. Give us more details about this.
Well, that's right. See, on one hand, the government will bring in the anti-paper leak bill. The bill was brought in 2024 itself, but several new amendments would be brought in to give more stricter punishment to the people who are involved in the paper leak. Now, the central government, the main sticking point between the opposition and the centre was a resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. The resignation happened yesterday. So the centre clearly will push for discussion, will want the opposition to participate, because the discussion will focus on the larger aspect as far as the reforms are concerned in the education sector. Meanwhile, the opposition will continue to raise slogans, will continue to create ruckus, because yesterday itself, the leader of opposition made clear that Union Home Minister Amit Shah also had to be held accountable, because they won't allow the security forces to use force against the future of the country, that is the youth and the students. So under these circumstances, both the Home Minister as well as Prime Minister should be held accountable. Now, tomorrow there's going to be a meeting of the floor leaders of opposition parties at around 10:30 a.m. in the morning at the chamber of Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. Now, Trinamool Congress also have given the similar reaction, saying that both PM and HM should be held accountable, and they has to answer to the general public once the House resumes tomorrow.
Absolutely, because even though Dharmendra Pradhan has tendered his resignation, opposition continues to raise more demands.